Frida's three. It was Frida's three. It was Tay's rebound. It was Quay's box out. It was Jalen's attack, draw the foul. I mean, so many different people, came up big, and our composure was great. Free throws not so great down the stretch, but so much composure, execution, defensive switching up, and just a really great team win. Very proud of our ball club.
That's kind of 2 emotional wins in a row. What does it feel like to get this one done, 2 of these at home in front of this pretty big crowd out there?
Yeah, I thought it was a great crowd. I think we'll continue to grow our crowds because we're playing really good basketball. But yeah, I mean, we play with a lot of emotion. We're a very competitive group. I think most days in practice, there's a lot of like fire and grit and competitive sort of spirit in what we're doing. So not surprising at all that we would play, a game of this caliber in that way. But I'd love to see, like you said, Brian, the celebration photos, like the way that our team celebrates each other, the way that we share the ball, in big moments is very unselfish, and it's fun to coach.
You have 4 women on the Wildcats that are averaging double-digit figures per game. What went into the scouting report and kind of the defensive game plan going into this game?
Well, for us, defensively, our game plan is usually we want to be disruptive. We want to, make people work for their points. We're very, very scout specific, so we try to make sure that our team really knows like which direction people like to attack. Do they shoot the 3 off the bounce or off the cat? We're pretty specific. Our team is very mature, so they do a great job of really knowing, personnel and trying to play them that way.
Frida, I imagine sort of an up and down night for you emotionally with foul trouble. So like every time you hit a big 3, it's like, oh, gotta go to the bench with a foul. But that last one with about a minute and a half left was so huge, and you celebrated that one pretty big. How big was that moment right there? And just can you also talk about your night in general?
Yeah, it's always tough to I don't know, when you're in foul trouble, you just kind of get taken out of your rhythm. And I was already shooting the ball well, and it was just so annoying to have to go in and out so much. But I just tried to stay locked in because I knew that I would have to play down the stretch. And yeah, I wasn't thinking too much about. I just saw that I was open and I shot it, and that's usually what I do. But yeah, I just think just staying locked in, I've gotten better at just emotional composure, just trying to know when my team needs me.
And then your 3 followed by a stop, and then Quay gets a 3-point play. I mean, that sequence right there, I don't know if that sealed the game, but that totally changed the game in your favor. How big was that?
Oh, that was huge. Yeah. It was just my play was kind of broken, but Quay it was all set up. We knew what we wanted, and as soon as I saw her come off, I passed it to her. And yeah, it's just those things we're executing down the stretch, and that's really good for us.
Frida, did you happen to see the signs that were being held for you and all the students that you have fans? You have your own fan section now, and they said I love Frida in the back.
Yeah, I saw some of them when I was subbing in and just gave a nod. But yeah, they come up to me after the game. It's great to see, especially students, because I really want more students to come to our game. So yeah, it's always nice to have some fans out there.
Aaron, you almost posted a double-double this evening. What went into your performance tonight, and what's your assessment on how everything played out?
Well, rebounding has been my weakness recently, so I was kind of just focused on kind of crashing more because it gives us more possessions with the ball, and it just helps us in general. So that was my main focus, and then just making layups and going to work down low when I get the ball.
Was this just another game?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, going into it, I didn't know what it would be like what the emotions would be like, but once we got started, it was just a regular game for me.
For you to play like that, though, and you've been scoring, but to also, as we talked about the other day, you said you were embarrassed by your rebounding average, but to have a career high 9 tonight, coupled with the points, how good did tonight feel for you to do that in a big game, but also against your former team?
It definitely feels good, just because now Coach T might relax a little bit, but I mean, yeah, it's just nice to kind of see the impact that rebounding can have. So I hope I can just keep building off of that.
Jay, I mean, first time in 21 years you guys have beat top 15 teams 2 in a row. Yeah. So, I mean, you guys are doing some things with this program that haven't been done in a while. So, yeah. How good does it feel for you guys to, come off of last week and back it up with another one?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. I think our coaching staff does a great job of just focusing on every single day, so this is really cool. It's great. We beat Arizona, but Sunday's practice, nobody cares about that anymore. We're very focused on what do we need to do to be great today, and so I think that allows us to just really work to be excellent at everything that we do, whether it's Arizona or whether it's, a team that nobody's ever heard of. We try to play the same brand of basketball every single day. And our upperclassmen have done a great job of setting that standard, with our new and young players. And I think it's very much ingratiated in our culture that that's who we are no matter what. So it's cool to get to play really great teams and then be able to show that we also are a really great team.
Yeah, with that being said, that same mentality, when you're about to go on the road and then face Stanford,
Yeah.
is yet another one of these top-ranked teams.
Yeah.
I mean, how does the mentality of this team say, like, well, we just beat these two teams, so we can, like, is it like we can do anything now, or what?
Yeah, well, I think because, like I said, because Sunday's practice will be the exact same type of practice as we had yesterday in Prairie. I think because we're very much wired that way within our program, it doesn't really matter who we play or when we play. Our expectation is that we will work to be excellent, and we use the phrase, the standard is the standard, and effort is everything. Like, these are phrases we talk about and we believe in, and so I think our practice will be great Sunday. It'll be short, but it'll be great. And then we'll start preparing for Cal and, get ready to go on the road again.
This may be more outside noise, but speaking of Stanford, if they lose tonight, you guys get the #1 spot. Will you be watching tonight's game, and what do you think about clinching?
I don't know anything other than Arizona. Like, I only know we play Cal first because of when we play them when they come to Boulder. So I really focus more on us and what did we do well, what do we need to do better. But when games are over, it's kind of fun to check out the other scores. But other than that, no.
Frida, she was mentioning the composure. You guys have shown a lot of composure in some close games this year, and that's a mark of a pretty mature and veteran team. And there was a lot of maybe some concern with what you guys lost last year, but how pleased are you with the way the veterans have kind of helped maintain that? You guys have maintained some maturity in those.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think like we have in the past have those games where we just let up down the stretch, and I think it's just so I'm there on the bench and I'm like, we're in it. We're still in it. We keep looking up. We're still in it. And even though it feels like we're not playing the best basketball every minute, we're just not letting up. And I think that just speaks to how we practice and what our identity is. We just don't quit. That's just not who we are. So to actually be able to play that way every game is really huge.
Jerry, you guys thought you were going to have 2 games this weekend.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you only have the 1. So how do you kind of readjust? Is it sort of like this last week?
Yeah, exactly the same. Yeah, so we'll be off tomorrow, so everyone gets a chance to rest and sleep in and, come in and do treatment and things like that. But really just rest and recover and be, we're disappointed that the game was canceled, very disappointed. But we also recognize an opportunity to rest and recover. So we'll do that and then, like I said, start getting ready for Cal.
Anything else from Coach and the players?
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.